All right, let's get into this. We're going to look at this really fascinating story about how building something so simple, I mean, it's basically a box, can completely flip how we think about travel, about freedom, and, the open road.
And this is the question that really kicks the whole thing off. See, it's not about going out and buying some fancy camper van or a bunch of expensive gear. It's about looking at what you already have and just asking what's possible, like right now.
So where does an idea like this even come from? Well, it didn't come from some grand plan or a detailed blueprint. Nope. It started the way a lot of great ideas do, with a simple, totally spontaneous moment.
I want you to picture this. It's one summer night and it's a total impulse decision. There's no platform, no fancy setup. The author just folds down a seat, grabs a blanket, and decides to sleep in their car. That's it. That was the start of everything.
And this is where it all clicked. I mean, the reality of that night, yeah, it was physically uncomfortable, no doubt. But the realization, that was absolutely unforgettable. It was proof that freedom didn't have to be perfect or comfortable. It just had to be experienced.
So that one night, it sparked this whole journey of creation. But listen, it wasn't some smooth, perfect process. Oh no, it was messy, it was full of trial and error, and that's exactly where all the most important lessons came from.
The whole design journey was just one big discovery after another. It started with nothing more than some scrap wood and old hinges. And of course there were mistakes, plenty of them. The measurements were off, the weight balance was all wrong. And then, get this, it rained, and the wooden drawer swelled up and got stuck. But every single mistake wasn't a failure. It was more like a filter, pushing the design towards something way simpler, and in the end, so much stronger.
And this is the big lesson that came out of all that mess and all that rebuilding. Simplicity. It's not just about minimalism or, owning fewer things. It's a total shift in your mindset. It's about fundamentally cutting down on what you need to feel free and capable out there.
So this whole experience, building the box and actually traveling with it revealed a few key truths that go way beyond just, carpentry. Okay, here are the 3 big takeaways from all this. First, pretty much any car has potential. It's all about how you use the space, not how big the space is. Second, being able to easily put the setup in or take it out, that modularity, that's what gives you real freedom and flexibility. And finally, the most important one, is this right here.
The physical box? That's just a tool. The real prize, the real transformation, that happens inside your head. When you build something yourself, you start seeing challenges and travel and even your own abilities in a completely different way.
And all of that brings us to the ultimate payoff. Because the act of creating your own travel setup, it connects you to the entire experience in a way that's just so much deeper and more meaningful.
All of a sudden, you're not just a tourist passing through a place anymore. Every stop you make, every meal you cook on that little kitchen you built, every single sunrise you watch from the bed you made, it all becomes a part of your story. You're an active participant now, not just a spectator.
And that's the feeling this all builds up to. It's this incredible sense of self-sufficiency and belonging. That moment you look at what you made and realize this simple little box has turned your car into a tiny mobile home that is all yours.
So the final piece of encouragement here is just to let go of that need for everything to be perfect. The goal isn't to build some flawless factory-made camper. The goal is to make something that's truly yours, something that makes you feel like you belong out there on the road.
Which, of course, leaves us with this final question. When you see how a simple project can totally redefine what freedom means, it kind of turns the focus back on us, doesn't it? It's not just about a camping box. It's about taking that first small step toward creating something, anything, for yourself. So, what will you build?